Hey there, YouTubers. Hello. I am Jenn Herman with Jenn's Trends, and tonight we are talking about the power of Facebook groups and how you can use Facebook groups to be more effective in your business. It's going to be amazing, and I just realized my microphone's not in front of me. So let's bring that over here. I'm sure you heard me, but just to make sure you got that, we're talking about the power of Facebook groups and how to use Facebook groups to grow your business, to better build your brand, to build your community, to build loyal followers, all of those amazing things. As always, I simulcast to both YouTube and to Instagram. So for those of you watching this video, you are probably going to want to jump ahead into the video at least a few minutes. I'm going to launch Instagram, get that going over here. And once I get that up and running, then I do all the greetings and ramblings and all the conversation that happens over in that realm. And you are more than welcome to listen and enjoy the banter. Some great conversations can go down in those early topics and conversations. But if you don't want to participate in that and you just want to jump right into what we are talking about, which is the power of Facebook groups, then feel free to jump ahead in this video when you're watching it on the replay and get right into the nitty-gritty, because I'm not here to waste anybody's time. But I do have to go ahead and get everything launched, and let's hope technology plays nicely today, because Instagram has been shut the front door. When did this happen? Oh my God, you guys, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. This is literally breaking news. I can now add a title to my Instagram live video. This is brand spanking new. This has never been an option. I've always had to type up the caption as a comment and then pin it. And now I can add 30 characters of a title. Oh my God. These are things that get me excited. And this is why you shouldn't beep ahead 3 minutes in the video, because you would have missed this. Oh my God. Okay, I'm so excited. Oh my goodness, this is amazing. Okay, so we are talking about the power of Facebook. And the nice thing is now I can do this. Oh my God, it's amazing. Trying to do a screenshot of it at the same time and not look totally weird. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited, you guys. Shut the front door! Oh my God, this is amazing. And then we'll see what it looks like when it actually goes live. Oh my God, and it's up there. You guys, I'm so excited. Oh my God. So flippin' cool. But it gets cut off. This is really good information. I'm totally testing this out. Ooh, that was a weird screenshot. Let's try that again. Oh my God, this is amazing. Toronto dog walking. Girl, I am losing my mind up in here. Holy shizballs, you guys. I'm so excited. Thank you for those of you tuning in live. You guys, I don't know, can someone please take a screenshot of the top of the screen? Because does it have the title on the screen? If it does, if you can see where it says the power of, and then it gets cut off. So now that I know that it's going to get cut off, you have 30 characters, but now that it's cut off, I can rewrite a better title next time. Oh my God, you guys, if you have a screenshot, I know, I'm so excited. I'm losing my mind. Like, we didn't even go live yet, and I'm losing my mind over here. Okay. So I was able to add a title to my Instagram live. I've never been able to do that. You've always had to do a comment and pin the comment. But I added it, and I, of course, screenshotted the entire process because I have to document when these things happen. But I've literally added a title. And so I called it the power of Facebook groups, because that's what we're going to talk about tonight. And I have it up at the top of the screen. Out of my blooming mind said she took a screenshot from me. I love you. DM it to me. This is amazing. This is so cool if they're rolling this out, because you've never been able to title your Instagram lives. But now you can, but it gets truncated, which is really annoying. But good to know. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited, you guys. Way to kick off a live show. Like, launch me a new feature right before I go live. Yes, honey, yes, bring it. And can I just talk about the fact that my hair was really cute today and then it rained? And now my hair looks like, so, what are you gonna do? Can't always fix life, everything. Okay, Toronto dog walking, my girl. Hey, so good to see you. Big River Ware is here. Bewitched, Suzanne, Heidi Fernandez, Francisco. Hey, good to see you as well. My girl Evie, what is up? Marta is here. Bella Vasta has shown up. Hey, girl. Mwah. We got Keto Hiker, Runner, Nature Lover. Oh my goodness, that is quite the username, but well done. Out of my blooming mind, my girl Danny is here. So good to see you as well. Tron Document said maybe not for iPhone. I just updated today. Yeah, this could be like a total beta test. Like I don't know, but it's there. And I lost my damn mind. My poor YouTube video. I'm like, I go and get live on YouTube first, and I started like screaming, and I'm like, I gotta screenshot this. So like, there's literally nobody watching on YouTube. But if anybody goes and watches the replay, it's gonna have me like freaking out because this was so cool to turn on my camera and be like, wait, what? What do I get to do? I'm so excited. Jamie says she doesn't see it. No one sees the title. Dang it. This sucks that you guys can't see it, but it's there. Okay, so since it's not there, I am going to put up a comment. Oh, turn off commenting. No, I don't want to turn off commenting. I want to add a comment. There we go. Okay, so we're going to be talking about the power of Facebook groups. I'm just going to pin this like I normally do. Because I want to make sure that people who obviously can't see the title can still see the title. So there we go. Okay, and so Sarah has joined us, a guide to consulting services. Hey, girl, good to see you as well. Good morning to you on the other side of the world. Oh, which reminds me, I have to talk about my other big announcement because I have a big announcement, and you totally just reminded me about it. So thank you. I will make that announcement. Bewitched CDA says she doesn't see a title and she's on iPhone. Kelly Ann Ritz has joined us as well. A guide to consulting services says she sees the title. Yes, girl, yes. If you want to snapshot that, well, I look fabulous because, of course, all my screenshots always have like the worst facial expressions. So, okay, screenshot that and then send that to me so I can see what it looks like from your end, because I can see what it looks like from me broadcasting, but I would like to make sure that I know what it looks like from your end, because now I can talk about all that as well. And Danny said that she got it. SF Hilltop Stay is here as well. Oh my God, you guys, so much to talk about tonight. We are going to be talking about Facebook groups. Jamie said she sent me a fantastic screenshot. I love it. And well, so SF Hilltop Stay said, Title Smitle sees it, it's pinned. I did pin the comment, which is what I've always done, in order to put some sort of title on there. But now that I can actually put a title on the actual video, and then depending on what that looks like on the replays and everything, oh my gosh, this could be so exciting. And I'm like literally trying to like balance up my camera action over here. I feel like I need to move this way a little bit. Okay. Okay, so one of the things I do have to talk about, because I will forget about it, and I just remembered. So if you did not see, because I really haven't posted about it too publicly yet. I talked about it on some of my personal accounts, but I've been really busy and I didn't want to like bury this news and all the other stuff I was doing. But ladies and gentlemen, it is official. I am going to Australia. Yes. I'm going to Australia. I've never been to Australia. I am going to Australia in June. I am going to be in Perth. I am going to be at the State of Social Conference. You can literally go Google State of Social Conference, and you can find it. The dates are in late June. I'm going to be there. I am keynoting. Whoop, whoop. I am. I'm so excited. I'm one of only two international speakers. The other international speaker is Matt Navarra, who I am going to, like, I don't fangirl over a lot of people because most people, like, I'm like, whatever, you're a human being like the rest of us. But Matt Navarra is like the one person on the planet who gets everything before everybody else. He gets like all the access to new Instagram features, all the beta testing, everything. He's like the person who breaks news on everything. He used to work for major organizations and PR, and somehow he gets all these breaking insights before anybody else has them. And he's the one whose photos are always quoted and used in every publication, whether it's, you know, on Twitter or like on The Verge or Business Insider or Mashable. It's always his photos because he gets screenshots of everything. And he is the other international keynote. So don't you think I'm not going to be fangirling the shit out of that one. I'm going to be like, oh my God, I need to know you. You're my new best friend. Like, I don't care whether he wants me to be his best friend or not. I'm going to be his best friend. So I am so excited. It is going to be an amazing conference. It's at an amazing venue. It's at their brand new stadium in Perth. It's going to be amazing. I am losing my mind in excitement about this. So if you have any capacity to be in Perth, Australia in June of this year, come see me because I want to see you. I'm literally flying around the world to come see you in Australia. So make an effort to be there with me. It's not a super expensive conference. It's really reasonable. And there's going to be some amazing speakers at an amazing venue. I am so flipping excited. And I want to see anybody who is in Australia. When I realize it's like a massive country and you're not just right there. Like if you're on the other side of the country, I realize. But if you want to like fly across the country and come hang out because I'm going to be in Perth, please come see me. It would be amazing. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited, you guys. And you guys are all so excited for me. I love it. I love it. And AskEV said, I didn't expect them to respond any other way. Congratulations. A Guide to Consulting Services is saying, come to Victoria. I would love to. I don't know what I have for time, though. I'm there for like 5 days. So I don't really have time to like, and the conference is like right in the middle because I want to give myself buffers with like time changes and stuff. So I'm not going to be able to go too far away from Perth. So I'm probably pretty stuck in that area. But I will be back. I can promise you I'm going back to Australia again because I told the universe I wanted to go to Australia and I'm doing it. And now I'm going to go to the other parts of Australia when I go back next time if I can't make it there. Toronto Dog Walking said, yes, Matt discovers everything. And I'm going to go talk to him. It's going to be amazing. Danny is telling me to breathe. I know. I'm a whole lot of, I got captions on my Instagram videos and I'm going to Australia. I mean, could life get any better right now? I'm just telling you people, I'm so excited. Okay. So now that big announcement is done, I do want to actually jump into our topic at hand because it's already 10 minutes into the video. My poor YouTube video watchers are probably over here like, was this girl ever going to get to the topic at hand? Facebook groups. That is what we're talking about tonight. So throw it up in the comments. Let me know if you are currently managing a Facebook group. I want to know if you currently manage or are an admin on a Facebook group. I want to know how many of you are currently doing this because this is a really hot topic. And it's something that I think a lot of people want to do, that they want to do better, that they want to know more about. And that's why I'm talking about it tonight. But I kind of just want to get a feel for you. So if you guys are currently using a Facebook group, let me know. And not just in a Facebook group, but actually managing a Facebook group because that's what we're talking about tonight. So we got a couple people saying yes, that they are. That's amazing. John Dockwong, he said yes, but I'm not the best. That's okay. You don't have to be the best. I'm going to give you some tips tonight, girl. I got you. And don't mind me while I take a quick sip because I got all excited talking so much. I got back from Denver and my lips are still chapped, I swear. That was like a week and a half ago. So I'm always like, my lips are so dry. So I thought I'd keep myself hydrated tonight, unlike usual. Okay. And no, it's not alcoholic. I'm being good. I thought about bringing up the wine, but I was like, oh, I got enough energy tonight. I don't need the wine to keep me going. Okay, so when it comes to Facebook groups, and so Bewitched CDA said, I need tips for starting mine. I got you, girl. And by the way, if you guys are coming to Social Media Marketing World in San Diego in March, Bella Vasta, who is here watching because she is a queenie and she is amazeballs, but she's like the queen of Facebook groups. So I'm like, not even like, if you think tonight is good, like I'm nothing compared to the ever amazing Bella Vasta. Like she is Facebook group. She's the master and she is incredibly smart. So go follow her, find out why she's amazing because she is. But if you're coming to Social Media Marketing World, Bella Vasta will be talking about Facebook groups and how to use them effectively. So her session at Social Media Marketing World is a must see if you want to get more exposure with Facebook groups. I'm going to cover some things tonight. We're going to have some fun talking about it, but she is way better at this stuff than I am. So definitely go check her out. And she just said Thursday at 3:05 for Social Media Marketing World. Okay. So to get started, I want to go over a couple of the basics when it comes to Facebook groups. So anybody can start a Facebook group. You can have multiple groups. I think someone figured out there's like, you can have like a few thousand or something before you can't do anymore. But I'm like, who's going to have like, that's craziness. But you can have pretty much as many groups as you want. There isn't like a lot of restriction to it. And so you can have different ones for different niches, different, geographical areas. You can create them for any capacity you want. So there are 3 different types of groups that you want to be aware of. So the first one is public. A public group means anybody can join it. Anybody can see the content in it. It's wide open. It's basically like having a public facing page on Facebook. It's public information. Everybody can see everything. So use that for the right reasons. A closed group means that anybody can see the group name and can see what the group is about, but they cannot see the members and they cannot see the content unless they join the group. So a closed group means anybody can find it, but you can only see what's going on if you are actually a member of that group. And then there is a secret group. Secret means ain't nobody going to see it. It's hidden, it's locked down. You have to basically be invited into the group. And once you're in it, you can see the content, but your group will not show up in search. So there's public, there's closed, and there's secret. And hello to those of you who have tuned in a little bit late as we got going today. We got Patty Sells, we got Social Mint Agency, and Positively Wine. Hey girls, it is good to see you here. So the 3 different types of groups. Public is great if you just want to do something for your business, that you want to be open and exposed and you want as much opportunity for growth and exposure as possible. Public groups are good. Closed is where you are going to get more of a smaller community development. Your closed group is probably going to have less members than you would have followers on a page, or some, not necessarily, not always the case, but in general, it's going to be a bit more of a smaller group. It's closed off. It's meant to be private conversations. So people will have conversations in there that they wouldn't normally have in a public facing environment, where they feel more safe and secure to have those kinds of conversations. So for example, Jenn's Trends in social media is my closed Facebook group. I don't currently manage a public group. I have the closed group. So anybody can request to join. Anybody can go over to Facebook and search for Jenn's Trends, and you'll see my page and you'll see my group. The group is Jenn's Trends in social media, and you can request to join. And I usually add people within a relatively short period of time. I'll add them into the group. So they come in and then they can see all of the content. I have about 900 or so, under 1,000 members in the Facebook group. I have over 5,000 followers on my page. My page is not highly active. My Facebook group is hugely active. Those people have gone through more effort to get there. And because it's a closed environment, they feel more comfortable asking questions. So they'll be more beginner level questions. There'll be more advanced questions. All those kind of different dialogues that go on in that closed group, where people feel like it's contained to that group of people, that they have learned that it's a safe environment for them. And Toronto Dog Walking is saying it's an awesome group. Thank you. I'll pay you later. Just joking. But no, I really do love my group. A secret group is for any variety of reasons. You could use a secret group if you have a VIP program. So if you have something that's exclusively for high paying memberships, or a VIP access, or a limited time type program where you don't want anybody else to have access to it, and the only way they get access is when they've paid for this exclusive program, and then you send them the invite to join the group and they join it so no one else can see it. That's a great way to use a secret group. Secret groups are also great for really tight-knit community building. So I manage a couple secret groups. I have one for moms. It's exclusively for social media moms in San Diego. Like, talk about a small little niche, okay? And there's a few of us in the group. It's a very small group, but it's where we can talk openly about anything we have to talk about being moms, but also talking about the fact that we work on social media. We have a different workspace than the average mom. And we have a different, kind of way of handling things, and different types of exposure to things, and different thoughts about social media than average moms. So a group of us that get together regularly, I've formed a group for us, and we can go in there and chat anytime we want in a safe space, but nobody else can find that group. So the name is hidden, that the photos are hidden, nothing is available to anybody unless we invite you into that group. So that's something where, again, it's building a very niche community, and it's a really safe space because nobody else knows about it. So Evie had said in reference to my group, using a closed group, she said, or rants, because yes, I am more likely, that's not true. I go on rants pretty much anywhere. You guys know me. But I can be a little less politically correct in my group because I know it's an open space. And yes, anybody can screenshot it. I'm not going to say anything that I wouldn't want said publicly. But it is a place where I can vent a little bit differently in that closed group because I know that audience and I know how they're going to respond to those conversations versus something publicly where I may get different types of reactions. And SF Hilltop Stay said, are you going to invite us to your closed group? You don't have to be invited. You can literally go to Facebook and just search Jenn's Trends, and you'll see the group, Jenn's Trends in Social Media. Hit join group, a request to join, and I will approve you when I get off this call. It's that easy, you guys. I love you that much. Patty Sells said, you rock. I got to head out. I'll catch up in the replay. I love you, girl. Thank you for tuning in. And yes, come back and watch the replay. Mary Jennings, Art is here. Kayla is here. Brooke, my girl, hey, is here as well. We got Betsy is here. Colleen is here as well. Kayla is saying, great group. Thank you. I love that group. I'm very happy with the people that are in that group as well. I'm going to talk about how you can do that as well. It's pretty much is moving into kind of my next point, which is that when you decide what type of group you want to have, you need to name your group. So you actually give it a name, and you want that name to be related to whoever that target audience is and the purpose of it, and why you have this group and that sort of thing. And then you need to kind of figure out what that group is for. So that name needs to tie into that. You need to create a cover photo, create the about section, put some rules in there, all these sorts of things, kind of, format it. But on top of that, you really need to figure out what the group is about. So I was very clear on my group. Jenn's Trends in Social Media. That's what it is. It's me talking about social media with all of you in the Facebook group. That's what it is. That's what it does. It's nothing really anything else. Like, we don't talk about anything that's really not social media related. There may be some marketing and branding things, but that ties into social media. That's what we talk about. I share breaking news and updates when things happen in any aspect of social media, not just Instagram, into that group. That's what it's for. I know we have a couple realtors watching tonight. I always use realtors as an example. You don't create a Facebook group for selling houses. Ain't nobody gonna care. Nobody but your mama and maybe your best friend. Nobody cares. But you know what people do care about? Their communities. So you don't create a Facebook group to sell houses. Instead, you create a Facebook group for the community that you serve as a realtor. So here in San Diego, I live in a very specific neighborhood. There are lots of very specific neighborhoods. You create a Facebook group for that neighborhood where you want to sell houses or where you do sell houses. And in that group, because if it's a closed group, you can manage who comes in and out of that group. You make sure that you're the only realtor in the group. So you have people who are in there who you're going to be sharing information about upcoming community events. Is there, things going on at the parks and, like here we do a community park where they'll do like a big screen, like kind of like drive-in theater type thing. They prop up the screen and they have like the kids can come out and, hang out in the park, but you're watching a movie. So we do these kinds of things. If there are things going down at the schools, school closures and openings, they talk about that. If there's weather impacts, you can talk about that. Anything that's going on in that community, that's what you talk about in that group. But then what happens is people go, oh, I can't wait to, move into this community. I want to join this Facebook group because that's where I want to move. And they start talking about that they want to move into that community. Now you as the realtor have hot leads because they know you because you're present in the Facebook group and being engaged, and they know what you know about the community. And you're the only realtor they're talking to in that Facebook group. Likewise, if someone goes, oh, we really love this community. It's really too bad we have to move. Guess what? You're the realtor that they have been talking to for the last 2 years in a Facebook group. You get to probably sell their house. So as a realtor, you are building relationships and providing value to your target audience that when the time comes that they need to sell a house, they already know, like, and trust you. You're pretty much going to be their go-to realtor when it comes time to move, whether into or out of the neighborhood, because you have built this rapport with them. Jamie said, I love you, Jamie. This is why I love you guys. She goes, holy shit, you just gave me a genius idea. Yes! Please tell me, holy shit, I just gave you a genius idea. She said, moved my business to a new area. They need my styling tips. Boom, new group. Boom, new group. Yes. So you always want to be thinking about your audience, not about you. I say this all the time, you guys. I don't care about you. I do. You know I love you. But I don't care about you. I care about your audience. And when I say I care about your audience, I care about what they want. What can you give them that makes them happy? Because when they're happy, they buy from you, which means you're happy, which means in the long run, yes, I really do care about you. But in the short run, I care more about your audience. I don't care about what you do, how amazing you are. I care about what your audience wants. And that's the power of a Facebook group, because the group gives your audience what they want, not what you want. What they want. And when you give them what they want, they buy from you. So that is how you want to put the mindset into creating your group purpose. Why that group? Why that reasoning? Why that topic, that niche, that content that's going to feed that? Knowing that information is what allows you to build a strong core group. Brooke, I love you. She said, sing it, sister. I'll sing it all night, honey. Okay. So now that you know what your group is going to be about, you have to make your group amazing. I'm going to steal this quote from Bella because she said this and I was like, you're fucking genius. She said, make your group a destination. And I was like, oh my God, I knew that and I've been doing that, but I didn't have that terminology. Your group needs to be a destination. So what I mean by that, and what Bella means by that, because she's the one that technically said it, is that people need to have a reason to go to your group that's of value to them. It needs to be a place they really want to go and hang out. And that comes from you. You create that, not them, not your followers, not the members, the audience, the questions and comments. All of that is directed by you. You and you alone, unless there's other admins, in which case they're involved in the process. But you are the one creating the environment for this group. So engagement and participation. If your engagement is down, chances are you did that. If your participation is down, chances are you did that. How? By not being engaged and participatory yourself. When someone posts in my Facebook group, I am responsive almost immediately, like within minutes, if I can. Sometimes it's hours because they post at a time when I'm not on my phone or on my computer, or I'm sleeping, I'm eating. I actually do have a little bit of a life, and I try to get some work done during the day. But if I can, if I get a notification that says someone has posted something in my group, I jump on that response. I am not going to leave them hanging, because if they took the effort to go in there and post a question that means something to them, you better damn well believe I'm going to show up and answer that question. And there are a lot of thoughts and processes on this where the admin should not be the first one to jump in, and you should allow the dialogue to build amongst the other people in the group. The way groups work, the way reach is, shared among people, you cannot guarantee that your audience is going to jump in on your behalf. And if you're leaving those people hanging, they ain't coming back. So I believe it is up to you to respond as quickly as possible. And when I don't know the answer, because there are times I don't know the answer. You guys, I can be pretty smart in a lot of things, but I'm not smart in everything. If I don't know the answer, I will say, I don't know, but I will look into this. And in the meantime, hey, at so-and-so and at so-and-so, do you have any feedback on this? And I will tag people that I know are in that group that I have a pretty strong confidence can answer that question, to make sure that that person gets their answer. In doing that, they go, oh, okay, great. I got my answer. Next time I have a question, I'm going to come back here. The next time somebody else has a question, I'll jump in and answer if I know the answer or have something to contribute to it. So I am creating an environment of dialogue and that engagement and that participation. I create that by being first and foremost present. If I'm not doing it, my audience is not going to do it. You create the environment for your membership. If they're not seeing you do it, you really think they're going to do it themselves? No. So you need to create that process. Likewise, you need to set the rules and expectations. So when I talk about rules and expectations, I'm just going to shift this camera just a little bit because I keep getting all these little things on my face. It's driving me nuts. So the rules, you can actually put them in the about section, the description about like what is actually, expected of people in the group. And you can say, this is not allowed. This is not allowed. We expect this, blah, 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 blah. when you do that and you set that level of expectation, you are required to hold people to that. So if you say you cannot put affiliate links and self-promotional content in here, when people do it, you need to go in and knock that shit down. You need to delete it. You need to give them warnings or whatever you want to do to manage that. But you need to manage that and have a clear policy that you execute. You can't say don't do it and then you let a bunch of people do it, because then someone else is going to come and be like, well, everyone else is doing it, I'm going to do it. And you lose control of your group. And that is not what we want. So you need to manage those types of expectations. Likewise, you need to be the one that is actually modeling the behavior that you want. So not just in responding to comments and questions, but in the tone of voice and the type of dialogue in that group. If you want people to be positive and supportive, but you engage in negative and harassment type content, you're telling people it's okay to do that. So if people are in there taking jabs at other people, making fun of people, publicly essentially shaming other people, not necessarily people in the group, just anybody. And if you're participating in that, you are telling them it is okay for that kind of behavior. If you do it, they're going to do it. And I don't mean to say that people are sheeple, but they will follow your guidance. So if you condone certain behavior, that's going to attract likewise behavior. If you turn around and say, that's not okay, we don't do that in this group, then they're not going to do it. They're going to be surrounded by people who will not do it. You won't condone it. They're not going to get away with it. You get to keep the group functioning in a way that you want that group to function. But it is on you as the admin to take control. Brooke Sella said, do you have a template for those rules or a good example of someone who does? I don't technically have a template. Social Media Examiner has a ton of groups for a lot of different reasons. They have one for Social Media Society. They have one for like all the different social media marketing world ones, and they have a really good list of templates. You're more than welcome to go look at the rules I have in my group. They're not perfect, but they're a good starting point. Bella is a good one to reach out to. She may have a template or better guidance. It's something we can kind of emulate. And if not, Bella, think we got to get on this, girl. I think that's a great idea, is to have something that is a good list of types of expectations or rules and kind of some sort of template or guideline for that. That's awesome. So I definitely think we should, either Bella and I can collaborate on it, or if she doesn't already have something, we can definitely look into creating something for you guys. So come back for that. So when it comes to managing that level of expectation and that tone of the group, when it comes down to it, you guys, if you need to kick somebody out of the group, you do. You take that shit down, okay? So you can, delete that comment, give them a warning, send them a message, be like, hey, that's not okay. That's not what we do. If they continue to behave in a way that is not conducive to your group, environment, you make them leave the group. You're the admin. Delete. Bye-bye. Problem solved. So don't be afraid to do that. I've never had to kick anybody out of my group. I've had a few people leave. That's fine. That's up to them. They don't have to stay. But I've never had to kick anybody out. And that's not saying that I won't have to at some point. But it is going to happen where you're going to get people who maybe, like I said, post things that are very self-promotional. I've had people post things in my group that were very kind of spamerific. And I took it down and I sent them a message and said, that's not okay in this group. We don't post that kind of content. I said it in a very nice, polite way, but I was like, we just don't do that. And they were like, my bad. Sorry, I didn't realize that. No problem. It won't happen again. So I haven't had any recurring issues. I nipped that in the bud. And on top of it, because I'm hyper responsive, I'm seeing that within minutes of it being posted. So it's not like they get posted and they leave it up there for like 6, 8, 12 hours before I go and take it down. It's pretty much, removed in a very short period of time. So the other audience isn't necessarily going to see it either. And I'm able to really keep that on a short leash. Tron Docking said, the people who just come to spam and sell. I roll. Exactly. Bewitch said, how do I grow my group if it's closed? So great question. Let's dive into that, because that can actually kind of lead into what I was next going to talk about. So I'll just kind of flip the dialogue a little bit. So how do you grow your group? And growing a group is, especially if it's closed, because you're like, well, no one's going to know that it's there. Closed groups are still searchable. So if you have it searched or named for criteria that you want to be found for. So again, mine's Jenn's Trends in Social Media. So if anyone's looking for social media, mine could potentially show up as a result. So if you have something as a geographical thing, you want to put the name of that geographical location in there. That will help because your group will still show up in search if it's a closed group. So you're still going to get organic growth just from search alone. But again, that comes down to having the naming. I Dream of Jeannie has joined us. Thanks, Jen. From a Guide to Consulting Service said, thanks, Jen. Got to go to work. Bye, girl. I will see you later. Come back and watch the replay. But so you want to make sure, like I said, you got the right name for your group so people can find you and search. You're going to get that natural organic growth. Beyond that, it's up to you to promote it just like anything else. So it could be, putting that in your email list. It could be putting it in your email signature that goes out to everybody. It can be putting it on any of your other promotional content, put on your, on your website where you have the little Facebook icon. If you can add another Facebook icon for your Facebook group, or if you don't want to, you can, instead of sending people to your page, you can send them to your group, have that Facebook icon go to your Facebook group. Tell people about it. Whenever I do a presentation, when I do videos or things like this, I say, make sure you check out my Facebook group, Jen's Trends in Social Media. Mine grows at a pretty consistent rate. I'm adding dozens of followers every week. It's not huge growth, but in terms of exponential growth, it's growing much faster than my Facebook page, which sits there publicly. But it's because I'm telling people about the Facebook group. I'm not telling people about the Facebook page. So people will go where you tell them to go. So if you want to grow that group organically, it's up to you to really tell people about it and get them in there. And then you want to tell them why they want to be there. What are they going to get in there? So one of the things I always tell people with my Facebook group is when there is breaking news about Instagram, the first place I talk about it is my Facebook group, not on Instagram. I tell people on Facebook, in my Facebook group. If I hear something, read something, see an article, experience something firsthand, see something weird, I'm like, is this new? Like, I'm pretty sure it's new because I'm pretty on top of things, but I'll be like, anybody else seeing this? I take screenshots, I dump it in the Facebook group, and we have an open dialogue about it. But why I do that is because then I have all the conversation in the Facebook group. I have all the commentary back and forth. Who else has it? Is it an iOS or an Android feature? Is it a beta test? Does everybody have it? What are quirks? What have people tried to do with it? Is it working, not working in a good way? And then after a day or so, I can take all that content in a formulated message and go, okay, now I have a good understanding of what this new feature looks like. And I go over to Instagram and I post something on my regular Instagram account, not necessarily in my stories, but in my regular feed, and say, hey, new Instagram feature, and I can talk all about it because we had dialogue to start with over in the Facebook group. So when I go to Instagram and post about it, I have a really good, solid analogy or experience to talk about or tactics to use because I've already had time to process it from all the dialogue in the Facebook group. So breaking Instagram news, first place you're going to get it is the Facebook group. That's my selling point into the group because most people come to me for Instagram. So I'm like, you want to know what's happening? Come over to the Facebook group. And that's where they come and hang out. So you can absolutely grow it in a multitude of ways. It's just up to you what method you want to use, what works for you, and how you talk about it. The more you talk about it, the more that it's going to grow. Now, in that process, if it's a closed group, they have to request to join. They're not an automatic join. So again, this is something you want to be monitoring so you're letting people in as quickly as possible. If I get a notification, I see it on my phone, like so-and-so requested to join, I literally tap into it, go look at them. I make sure they're a real human being, okay? So I do vet my incoming members. If they just launched their account in December of 2018, chances are they're not somebody I want in my Facebook group. Not all the time. I have let some new people in, like who have literally recently started Facebook pages or Facebook profiles. But most people that have like anything less than 6 months, probably not a real profile, probably a spam attempt. And I'm not letting them into my group. I will go and look at whatever I can on their profile to make sure if they have a funny sounding name, not the worst thing in the world, but they have real photos, what kind of content are they posting on their Facebook profile? If they look legitimate and like they have any interest in marketing or those sorts of things, I let them in. Worst case, they end up spamming the group, I block them and kick them out. Haven't had to do that, but I will go through and vet who those people are. But I will try to come in and have them as quickly as possible be able to say, okay, this is a valid person. I'm going to let them in, so that if they've requested to join, I don't want to leave them hanging for 6 hours. And then by the time they're in, they're like, oh, well, now they're doing something else. They want to join. They want to see what's in the group. I want to let them in as soon as possible. Colleen said, how about if they don't answer your questions? Perfect. That's exactly what I'm going into next. Erica Beach is here. Lori is here as well. And Colleen said, can you send a reminder? So yes, you can invite people to the group and you can send them one reminder. Facebook just changed the rules on this. So you can invite people to your group. In the past, if someone was invited to the group, they were automatically in the group, which we've all been there. We've all been invited to groups that we were like, how the F did I end up in this group? Because I did not plan on being here. I did not, apply for this. I did not ask for any of this. And why am I in this group? Because, your sister-in-law's best friend, who you happen to be friends with on Facebook, was like, yeah, let's just throw her in my group to sell candles or whatever it is. You know what? Sell your candles. Do whatever you gotta do. But ask me permission first. I don't just want to be added to your group. I hate that people do that. And Lori said, that's the worst. It is. People do it all the time. So Facebook has recently changed this, where you can invite somebody to a group. They are not automatically in the group. And if they do not interact with that content, I think within a month is the new timeline. I should have verified that, but I think it's a month. If they don't actually basically accept that invite or in any way go in and look at the group within that 1 month, then they're gone. They're not considered a part of your group. As a pending invite, they're not considered part of your membership numbers. And if they don't come in within that 1 month, then they're kicked out, basically. You can send them one reminder in that 1 month period, but if they don't do anything, then they are not considered a part of that group, and they will be basically kicked out of the pending list after that 1 month period. I think this is flipping genius on behalf of Facebook to finally do this and give us some control over what groups we get added into. Because if I invite somebody to a group, I want them to want to be there. So then tying into that next step that Colleen asked about was the question. So did you know that you can actually ask your audience questions to vet them into your group? I don't personally use this on mine, but I'm a member of groups that have done this. And you can actually set a series of questions that they have to answer in order to be brought into the group. So you could turn around and say, especially if you're using this for business, does this person, let's say, keep it social media related. Let's say you're a marketing agency. You could say, do you currently use social media to market your business? What areas do you struggle with the most when it comes to marketing your business on social media? Where do you want help with marketing on social media? There's 3 questions that you can ask, and now you have insight into who your customers are when they're coming into your group. So you can get all this information. So you can make these questions. So they're you can say they're mandatory, but people don't have to answer them. But I've had groups that I've joined. They're like, if you don't answer all the questions, we will automatically decline your invite to the group. So if I go and request to join, and then I go through the questionnaire and I only answer 2 of the 3, they're like, no, you didn't answer that 3rd question. Declined. Problem solved. That, you can literally say you must answer all questions in order to be allowed into the group. So that's kind of your, criteria of management. You can't make them mandatory, but you can basically make it mandatory by saying, if you don't answer the questions, you're just not going to be allowed into the group. Now, here's the thing that you probably don't know. And I got some super smart ass friends who know some really smart things, who I learned a few things from. So there is a tool called Group Funnels. And if you use Group Funnels, you buy that program, what it will do is it will actually take, because what happens is when someone answers those questions and then you add them to the group, you basically lose that data of those questions. There's no way to really retain that information. You can copy it manually and put it into a spreadsheet or whatever. It's a pain in the ass. One Button Jen over here, there is a tool called Group Funnels, and you can go to bit.ly/Group Funnels Now, all lowercase, bit.ly/Group Funnels Now. That's all lowercase. It is case sensitive. If you go to that, that you can go seriously sign up for group funnels. And what it will do is it will take, when someone's joining your group and answers those questions, it takes all of those questions and it populates them for you. So you can keep track of all of that data and not have to do it manually. So now you have all of this market research on who everybody is in your group. So if you turn around and said, what's your biggest problem with social media as one of your questions, you could then go in and sort for that and find out what people are choosing and listing as their major issue. And you go, wow, turns out everyone's really struggling with LinkedIn. Guess what you want to start doing in your group? Teaching LinkedIn. So now you're giving them what they want. Again, not what you want, you're giving what they want. And when you give them what they want, they keep coming back for more. You turn it into that destination. You make them happy. They want to work with you. But you knew that because you have compiled all of those answers into one location where you can randomly go through and pick out the pieces of information you need. You can strategically go through at set intervals and review all of that content and make sure that you know what works best for your audience. So again, that was group funnels. Go to bit.ly/group funnels now and get signed up because it's amazing. So Brooke has said, yes, social media marketing world does that as well. So smart in terms of asking the questions. Lori said, I love those vetting questions. You basically just said my 3. See, we're on the same wavelength. Lori, I got you. I'm assuming it's T Hanley 89 has joined us. Bodaciously You has joined us as well. So tonight, for those of you who have tuned in late, we are talking about the power of Facebook groups and how to use them effectively for your business. So we've talked about the different types of groups, how to determine your group topic and content for that topic, essentially. We've talked about how to make it participatory, how to make it so that you actually have a good audience and that engagement and the type of tone within that group that you actually want to have. So another thing you guys can do, which you probably don't know about because a lot of people don't realize this is there, is you can actually add topics to any of your group posts. Posts that other people upload or posts that you upload. You can add topics. So you'll see right next to when you upload it, it'll say add topics. Sorry. I feel like I'm losing my voice over here. When you have those topics, you can have tons of different topics to choose from, but they help in search. So if you wanted to go through and say, I just want topic updates on Instagram, you can do that. And now you get all the topics where I've tagged Instagram as the topic. So it will filter out all the other ones. And this makes it really valuable for your audience to be able to keep track of certain things. So if you have a broader topic for your overarching group, you can narrow it down by assigning topics to all of your different posts. Again, not just yours, but what other people upload into the group as well. And so you could have something like Q&A. So when people just ask questions, you could tag it as the Q&A. And when you've done that, now people can go look for that and they can see whether questions have been asked in the group and those sorts of things. The Michelle B is in the house. Hey, girl, it's good to see you as well. We got the Savvy Sub joining us tonight too. So those tags are really, really useful. Make good use of those. You can add tags whenever you want, and it's super easy once you have them. Like you literally just type in like IN, and Instagram pops up. I tag it, I tag the other ones, and boom, I'm done. Like just moving on. Lori Clausen said, oh my gosh, I love this. I didn't know about topics. Yes, girl, I know. Like I'm telling you, these things are amazing. There's all these little hidden things in there that people don't necessarily know are there. One of the other things that are in there that people don't always know about is units. So if you go to your group, I don't think everybody has this, but it's a pretty mass rollout. So almost everybody has it. On the left-hand side, you'll see a little tab called units, and you can actually create course material within your group. And on top of that, you can add files. So you can add PDFs, you can add downloads and things that you want people to have access to. And in the units, you can actually create a workflow like a course. I've done it in my group and other groups, and it's great because like if somebody's brand new to your group, you put them those vetting questions, you let them to the group, and then you say, okay, new members, go take this course. And maybe it's a really introductory course to whatever your topic is. So they can go through and they can, go through a couple, videos, and they can go through like a worksheet and they can get a couple downloads and they go through that course content. So they just got a whole education by joining your group. There's so many ways you guys can use this, whether it's a free group, whether it's a VIP membership group. If it's something where people are joining this as part of a membership or a part of a program or a course that you're offering, you can put your course material in Facebook. Now, Facebook doesn't work for everybody, but the reality is, most people are on Facebook. Again, mama's lazy. When you tell me I got to go to Slack or I have to go over to, some other tool, I have to go to your website and log in with a login over there to get to my course material, to download it. It's a pain in the ass. And I'm probably not as likely to go over there and do the coursework. But when you build it into the Facebook group where I'm already hanging out every single day, and when you upload that new piece of course content and say, hey, this week's course material is up for you now, boom, I get a notification, boom, I go and complete the workload, done. It's generally going to be more effective. With 360 Marketing Squad, if you go to 360marketingsquad.com, you get myself, Mike Alton, Stephanie Liu, and Amanda Robinson as your 360 degrees of marketing support for $5 a month. I know, it's pretty amazing. But we have our course material in the Facebook group. So originally we had it built into the website, but people weren't going to the website to log in and get the information. So we started dumping everything in the Facebook group. And it's there. All of it, all the files and everything are all in the Facebook group. So people immediately have access to it. The moment they join the Facebook group, it's right there for them. They don't have to go look elsewhere. If we add new things, it's right there. Everything is in one place and people like convenience. So if you can take advantage of using those units and that file sharing, it's hugely valuable to your group as well. All right, so those are pretty much the things I wanted to go through with you tonight about Facebook groups in terms of tactics and strategies. I want to finish up tonight talking about why all of this matters. And in the world of Facebook, where Facebook pretty much controls the content and organic reach is considerably lower on pages, like let's face it, on average, people are getting, single percent type reach. Now, that's not saying you can't get more reach. I get on average 20 to 30% reach when I post something on Facebook. Not all the time, but a lot of times. I get double-digit reach because I don't post a lot of content on my Facebook page. So when I do, it gets out there. My Facebook group, I post I think today we've got like 4 or 5 active conversations in there today. That's 5 posts in one day. I don't think I post 5 times a month on my Facebook page. But in my Facebook group, I have a 70% reach. I have 900 members. Over 600 of them are active on a monthly basis. That is 70% of my audience seeing my content on a monthly basis. You ain't getting no 70% reach on your Facebook page, honey. I don't care how good you are. Unless you literally have your 3 best friends, in which case 2 of them are seeing their content. Okay, you're getting 70% reach on Facebook, but not in anything of any substantial size. So if you can use a Facebook group and you do it well and you manage it and you admin it properly and you show up every single day and you are there for your group, you can absolutely get killer engagement. You get great reach. You get great engagement. Not my average, but my top performing posts, again, with about 900 people, will see an average of 300 people. So on average, my posts are seeing about 20 to 30% of my audience for each and every post. And then I get tons of comments. So I'm getting, 30, 40, 50 likes, and I'm getting 17, 25, 32 comments on those posts. You can go look at the group. I'm not making this shit up, you guys. It's in there for you to go see that is a type of engagement that is happening in that Facebook group. I'm not getting anywhere near that kind of engagement on my Facebook page. But in the group, absolutely. I've created that culture in the group and generated that type of regular engagement. Now, again, that's up to you. If you don't show up, if you're not participating, if you're not giving the people the reason to be there, then they're not going to continue to be there and show up. But if you do, if you create that environment, I promise you, your Facebook groups will get great engagement and great exposure, great conversation, sales, conversions. All of that comes from that kind of environment. So I'm a give. You guys know that. I spew this all day long. I give you all this stuff for free. I don't charge you for it. But when you come in the group, again, it's all free content. You're not paying to be in the group, but it builds a relationship. People see me in a different capacity. They see other people in the group. I have people that, refer to each other in the Facebook group that are now working together or referring clients to somebody because they needed a referral. And we just had this conversation. I don't know if it was in my group. It might have been in my 360 Marketing Squad group, but somebody literally said, looking for work. And people were like, what do you want to do? Okay, I'm looking for somebody to do that. And they're like literally talking about potentially working together on jobs because they're in a Facebook group where they know each other, feel safe, and feel like they're in a trusted environment where there's other quality people in that group. So yes, absolutely, these Facebook groups are high conversions. They're going to build your business. They're going to get you sales in the long run if you create that kind of content in a way that appeals to your audience and makes it of value to them so they show up over and over and over. Lori said, I have under 200 people and still struggle with engagement, to be honest. I think my consistency is the problem. And honestly, Lori, it probably is. I see this so many times, you guys. It makes me want to hit my head against a brick wall sometimes because I have people that work in this industry who kill it. They are incredibly smart, talented, wonderful people, and they have great clients. And they're like, I'm going to start a Facebook group. I'm going to do this. And they do. And then they just don't show up. And if they don't show up, ain't nobody else showing up. And their group ends up falling flat on its face. And it just doesn't work. And it doesn't create the engagement. And people aren't getting the notifications. And all this doesn't happen for them. And they get frustrated. And I'm like, because to me, my Facebook group is my job. And that's how serious I am about it. It is my job. And I am there. I am posting content. I am sharing updates. I'm responding to comments and questions. We get some threads, you guys. Like there'll be a comment and that deep thread will go 10, 15, 30 comments long on one comment within an entire comment thread. There's all these sub threads. And so we're getting like hundreds of comments sometimes on a single post. But that happens because I show up and it's my job and I'm there every single day to make sure that my audience stays engaged. And you can look at my analytics, like I'd screenshot it and show you guys, but you can see where I haven't posted. My engagement drops down to basically 0. And then all of a sudden I post the next day and boom, I'm back up at 300. So in one post, just that one day, I go from 0 to 300 level engagement, which is 300 is basically 30% of my audience. Boom. Like that, one post, and I've re-engaged 30% of my audience. So you need to be there. If you're there, they're going to see you. They're going to show up. Facebook loves groups. Facebook is pushing groups because we can all be skeptical and assume that Facebook ads are coming to groups. Probably inevitable. They're going to monetize this. But as long as Facebook keeps pushing groups, groups get priority. So groups is where I'm going to be until they tell me to go do something else. And even then, I probably will still hang out in my group because it is amazing. And I have a couple groups that I genuinely love that are not just my Facebook group, but I'm talking about that one because that's one I admin. But I have lots of other groups that I'm a member in that I love. And I show up and I love to see updates and I participate and I answer questions and I'm volunteering information and sharing photos because I feel safe in that group. But the group has created that environment for me to show up and be participatory because I don't even know how many groups I'm in. I should have looked that up. I should have looked how many groups I'm in. I'm in a lot. And most of them I ignore. I don't care. I join them for whatever variety of reasons, but there's no motivation for me to be there every single day and to consistently show up. So I don't. And those are the groups where people go, I don't know. It's just not working for me. And I'm sorry, I don't pull punches, you guys. If your Facebook group's not working for you, it's because you're not working on your Facebook group. It's really that simple. And Lori said, yep, that's me. I'm definitely working harder on it now. Yes, girl. Yes. High five to you. Let's do this, you guys. I want to see you guys be successful. The power of Facebook groups is 100% there if you put that effort into it. Like I said, you can be getting that 70% reach and exposure to your audience. You can be getting 30 to 50% engagement. I mean, it's crazy the types of engagement I can get on some of these posts. So get out there, get your content, figure out what your audience wants, create that content for them. You will be successful as long as you're there on a regular basis, showing up and giving them what they want. On that note, I'm going to get yanked out of here in about 2 minutes. So I'm going to wrap it up, you guys. As always, you can come hang out with me in the Facebook group, Jenn's Trends and Social Media, or 360marketingsquad.com. And that's a $5 a month program. And we have a great Facebook group for that one as well. So go head over to 360marketingsquad.com. You can find out more about the program. It is amazing, if I say so myself. But people literally in that group, we had somebody who said that, just from working off of some of Stephanie's tips for live video, he changed his video strategy and he's pulling in an extra $1,000 a day, $1,000 a day in revenue. So that's an extra $30,000 a month. I'm sorry, I want $30,000 a month more. I'm like, Steph, what did you tell this guy? But literally, $5 a month is what he's paying for this group. And he's learning all these things of value that are generating tons more revenue for his business. So you absolutely want to go check out 360marketingsquad.com. And finally, I want to leave it on this note. If you are in San Diego and if you are here on the 24th, that's this Sunday, there is a super crazy, amazing workshop going down over near Balboa Park. It is myself. It is Andy Love, at ANDEELOV_, who is crazy smart with Instagram stories. And she basically sells out her $30,000 per person mastermind just through Instagram stories. She posts some stories, people buy her $30,000 program. So I'm going to go learn from her. But we're teaching this program with Nicole Holland. It is exclusive. There are only a few seats available. It is literally going to go down in a living room of a condo. This is not some big show. This is not a big production. It is close. It is intimate. It's us girls or guys sitting on a couch doing our thing, learning Instagram. So if you want to know more about that, hit me up in a DM. I will be sharing more about that to my Instagram stories later tonight with the link to that. But hit me up in the DMs if that's something you want to know more about, because it is an exclusive program and I'm not putting it out there for everybody. So you got to be wanting to do this. Reach out to me in the DMs and I will tell you more about how to come join us on Sunday. That's this coming Sunday. I know, I'm so excited. All right, you guys, I'm going to wrap it up because I'm going to get the flashing signals here in just a few seconds. Lori said, I love smart people. Yes, all the smart people. Let's bring all the smart people together. Toronto Dog Walking said, thanks as always, Jen. I love you, girl. We didn't get to do our video. Belle and I were going to do a video when we were in Arizona and send it to you. Oh, and I got 20 seconds. So I'm out of here, you guys. As always, I love you. I will be back in 2 weeks talking about pods, because now pods are apparently a thing on LinkedIn. They went from Instagram to LinkedIn. OMG, can't deal with it. I will see you in 2 weeks. Bye. All right. And on that note, I will sign off over here on YouTube as well. Thank you for tuning in. I know the intro went a little bit longer than usual with all the excitement over the ability to leave a title on the video, but I hope you found some value in this video. As always, if you did and you want to get notified of future videos when I go live, because I go live every other Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, go ahead and subscribe to this channel so you get notifications the next time I do go live, or whenever I upload videos for training tips and advice and all the things to help you out in both Instagram and social media in general. Thank you for tuning in and making it through this whole video. I will see you on the next video.